You know, somebody sent me an article about this this healthcare provider somewhere over in Europe that was giving out this band that had a microchip in it, and it tracked everybody that was insured. They were testing it out to track people that were insured by this healthcare provider, and it basically tracked your activity throughout the day. You know, and if you were just sitting around like a lump of shit, they were like, all right, this fucker's going to have a heart attack. We're raising his rates. And it's totally that George Orwell. Is it Orwell? Or do you make the popcorn? No, that was Orville Redenbacher. I don't fucking know. That Orwellian. I'm going to use that hacky thing. Slippery slope into the Orwellian something or other, right? And they were saying that they tried this fucking, basically microchipping people out. Tested trying the microchipping people, right? And that they said they had an overwhelmingly positive response to it. Well, of course you did. Of course you did. Because most normal people would be like, you want to do what? Go fuck yourself. That's creepy. I don't want you to do it. And then guess what? They're not in the study. Then what do? You find some fucking jerk-offs that don't have two nickels to rub together, and you say, listen, we'll get you a fucking ham sandwich with some cheese on it and whatever kind of chips you want with it if you wear this fucking bracelet. Like, all you got to do is wear the bracelet. That's all you got to do there, stupid. And then in the end, they get a sandwich out of it. Of course they're going to say they enjoyed it. This is the thing about getting microchipped in the future. It's inevitable that it's going to happen because as much as people are going to fight it, as many people that fight it and don't want it, you cannot overcome the sea of mouth-breathing fucking Buffalo Wild Wing fucking morons that are out there. There's way too many of them. And they will walk towards the light every fucking time. All they got to do is flip on the switch, whatever direction they want the herd to go in, and they just start walking towards it. They just start walking towards it. They don't give a fuck. And this is the greatest thing about all of it, if you're one of the people running shit, right, is the mouth-breathing moron's opinion is held with the same level of importance as somebody who's actually intelligent or informed. You know what I mean? The guy who sits there going, dude, why do I give a fuck if they know whether or not I had a Slurpee or not? I ain't doing nothing. That's just as much fucking right and just as much say as someone, excuse me, who's fucking informed. You know, that's when they take the Constitution seriously and that everybody has rights. That's when the upper 1% listen to it and they go, hey, wait a minute. Don't be an elitist, right? But then when it comes to the other shit, when it's advantageous on the other end, then all of a sudden, no. You don't have as much say as I do, right? You know, I was on a plane, right? I'm in Austin, Texas right now, getting ready to do 2 wonderful shows here in this bat-infested town. Somebody had left in the pocket in the seat in front of me, right? The seat pocket in front of me, this book on a magazine that was just dedicated to yachting. And I got to tell you, it was one of the most fascinating fucking magazines I've ever read in my life. I don't know shit about the sea. I don't know shit about boats. But just looking at this magazine, knowing that there's like people that read that magazine getting to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy that yacht. So in the yacht world, what I learned, okay, and this is someone who doesn't know the difference between port and starboard. I'm going to guess port is right hand. No, left. Left is port, right is starboard. Because you read left or right. But they always make right above left in a religious way, right? He sat on the right hand of the Father. Could go either way. Bows up front, sterns in the back, port and starboard. I don't fucking know. I think port's left. Sounds really quick. Port. Left. Devil, right? Fuck you. You don't count. Starboard. Oh, that's what we all are. Anyways, let me plow ahead here. The whole fucking thing was about the size of your goddamn boat. Who's got the biggest fucking boat? And how big can these boats get? So right now, the biggest one out there, I've already forget the name of it. And that's another thing, too. The names of the boat are just as entertaining as trying to understand how somebody has $300 million for a fucking boat and doesn't immediately get audited. It's a fucking boat. That is just an absolute money pit. The second you buy that fucking thing, there is nothing you can do with that boat to me. I guess you could rent it out. You know, to Jay-Z and Beyonce. God knows they're always out on a fucking boat, right? Dressed in all white linens. How could you make fucking money off of that? This thing was like, the biggest one they had was almost 600 fucking feet. And what I learned is that basically a yacht cost $1 million a meter. Now we're going from standard to metric, and I've just completely fucked myself here. But as far as I know, that fucking boat, basically it costs like what Seinfeld made when the entire series went into syndication. All of that money. $500 million for a fucking boat. And then you got to have you need like 100 people just to run it. That's the funniest shit. So even when you're on it, like, honey, let's just take the boat out. Just you and us, you know? Let's reconnect. Just you and us. You and us and 100 other fucking people, right? It's like you're doing an episode of The Love Boat, but nobody else showed up except for the whole crew. It's got to be weird, knowing they're all listening to you fucking, right? Some guy, 200 fucking yards away, wherever the fuck he is, with a big, dumb, tall hat, making you a sandwich. He's got all this extra food. It's just for you and your wife. Anyways, I was reading that. And I was just like, how the fuck could anybody legally make enough money? And I was trying to think of the ways. Well, you could start Facebook. Even then, that dude from Facebook, what is he worth? Let's say he's worth $3 billion. Are you going to blow $500 million on a boat? That's still a sizable chunk of your fucking fortune. You know what was the coolest part of the magazine? Was on the front, it was somebody's personal magazine, obviously, and there was where, the address was supposed to be, was taken away, was torn off. And I was I was wondering, where they lived, 666 Illuminati Court. Connecticut, someplace in Connecticut. I always feel like the Illuminati lives in Connecticut, right? And then they helicopter into Manhattan. No, it doesn't even make any noise. Whoosh. They got some stealth helicopters. I'm really going off the fucking rails here, aren't I? So you got to be asking yourself, well, Bill, you're sitting there crying poorhouse. Why the fuck are you sitting in a section of the plane that has yachting magazines left behind? You know why? Because I did 23 years on the fucking road and I got miles, baby. I got status. Fuck you. I flew in the back of the plane for 20 fucking years with you goddamn animals. Okay? And I got the fucked up left knee to prove it. I'm never sitting back there again with you animals. I swear to God. I'm never doing it again. You know why? Because I think I'm too good for you.